Hi, this is Russell, Bluesky 07. Today we'll fly on a 1928 Ford Trimotor, but first some background on this plane's remarkable role in aviation history. In 1929, traveling between New York and the West Coast took at least 3 days by train. Going by air during the day and rail at night could save a full day or more. Traveling west, passengers boarded the Airway Limited train in New York, this is the inaugural, and traveled overnight to Columbus, Ohio. There, a luxurious Aero car transported them to the airport to board a waiting Ford Trimotor. The plane flew direct, which as you can see is not the same as nonstop, to Winoka, Oklahoma, where the trip resumed overnight by train to Clovis, New Mexico. The next morning, a Trimotor carried the passengers on to Albuquerque, Winslow, Kingman, and finally Los Angeles. A connection to San Francisco was also available. Now let's take a look at the Trimotor. People often wonder if the plane was built by that Ford, the same one that builds cars, and the answer is yes. The Trimotor's corrugated skin also makes it easy to see why people nicknamed it the Tin Goose. The Trimotor cost around $40,000 in 1929, that's almost $600,000 now. Powered by 3 radial engines, the Trimotor carried 2 pilots and 15 passengers at about 100 miles an hour and cruised at around 10,000 feet, the altitude where today's airlines turn on the Wi-Fi. NC-9645 first flew on December 1, 1928. It was delivered to Transcontinental Air Transport a few months later and given the name City of Wichita. Now owned by the Experimental Aircraft Association, she tours the country giving people an authentic taste of 1930s air travel. The plane is kept in pristine condition, and I love all the cool details throughout the cockpit and cabin. The control wheels are made of wood and even feature a tiny Ford logo. Now let's go fly. We're turning onto the runway, and in this next shot, watch the pilot push the throttles up to takeoff power and listen for the engine noise. Then see how quickly we're off the ground. The pilot told me the takeoff roll was only about 600 feet, and it's due to the Trimotor's large wing area. It was like going up in an elevator. The beautiful wood veneer interior has a lamp and an air vent at each seat, but the vent is really just a little tube that goes through to the outside and can be opened or closed. It doesn't really do much. The views, though, for both pilots and passengers are amazing thanks to the huge windows. All too soon, it was time to land, the end of a truly unforgettable flight. Transcontinental Air Transport merged with Western Air Express in the 30s, and while the name Transcontinental and Western Air may not be familiar, the initials probably are TWA, the same company that would eventually be called Trans World Airlines. I'm Russell, Bluesky 07. Thanks for watching.